the concept of bluegills versus blue marlins. I'm a grinder by nature. And Dr. Elko, my buddy, who's the psychologist at Alabama, who's Nick Saban's psychologist, was talking the other night about how the brain had synapsis, and those synapses come together and form bands in the brain. And once you do it for so long and for so many years, that's the only way you know how to do it, man. So for years I've been grinding. I get up, I pursue a target with an intensity, with a persistence, with a prey drive. But several years ago, I started going down to Florida, to Seaside, Florida, where my buddy Scott Nagy had a house. He had built a real estate company to about 700 agents. He called it a central nervous system. And he had kind of built this central nervous system of this business that didn't rely on him. As a matter of fact, I went to his Christmas party one year with him, and more people knew me than knew him, and he was the owner of the company. But he builds this real estate company to 700 people, and he sells it, and he makes X number of millions of dollars, and he moves to Florida, and he walks around in his robe and slippers at 38, 39, 40 years old. And I would go down there with my buddy Tommy Davidson, and we would hang out with Scott Nagy. And we'd sit out at the pool with Scott Nagy. He would always say, man, you're working too hard, coach. You grind too much. You work way too hard for the money you make. And I'm like, you know, what do you mean, man? But that's the way you do it, right? And right in the pool, he stopped and he said something to me I'll never forget. It really changed everything for me. He said, you and I are both fishing. The difference is you are fishing for bluegills in Percy Priest Lake, which is a little lake in Nashville. He said, I am fishing for blue marlins in the Gulf of Mexico. And I started thinking and correlating, because that's what my brain does. My brain thinks and correlates. And I thought, boom, that's it. From now on, we wake up and we fish for blue marlins. And blue marlins defined could be a person that can spend or invest a lot of money with you. They've got the means and the resources, right? And you either present an opportunity to them for them to further advance their money and resources, or you solve a problem for them in which they would exchange their means and resources with you. Money changes hands when problems are solved, right? You can solve bluegill problems, which are small, inconsequential problems in which you receive a transaction fee, okay? So a bluegill is a small problem, or a person that's not quite ready to have the means and resources to do something big. They could become a blue marlin, by the way. I was a bluegill. I wouldn't say I'm quite a blue marlin yet, but I was a bluegill. I'm a little, you know, I'm growing. So for you, you can solve a problem for millions of people. I'm here, 50,000 coaches. If I were to offer them a solution to a problem they have, even at just $97, and all 50,000 took it, it's $4.8 million. It's blue marlin. If I offered one person something at 97, it's 97 bucks, bluegill. So blue marlin problems are big, juicy problems that you can solve for big, juicy people, or a problem you can solve for millions of people, or thousands of people, or hundreds of thousands of people at a low price. And I learned this from Dr. Stephen Hotze, one of my favorite clients. You can have a high margin business with low volume. You can have a low margin business with high volume. You got to pick which one you're going to go. So every day we get a choice. Do we wake up and fish for bluegills, small problems, don't quite have the means and resources, small numbers, or do we wake up and chase blue marlin problems and blue marlin people, big problems, big payouts, or large numbers of people at a low price? That, my friends, is the difference between bluegills and blue marlins. Blue marlins are big hits. Judge Graham selling a company for millions of dollars. Big hits. It's a blue marlin, man. So, we all get to go fishing every day. The question is, what are we going to go fishing for? I'm Coach Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach. These are the kinds of vernaculars we teach in Monster Producer, my coaching program. Over 850 people are in that program. This is the kind of stuff I help focus, man. A good coach helps you focus and refocus. If you don't learn but one thing from me in a year, you'll make a lot more money. So check it out, Monster Producers at CoachBurt.com under coaching, online or live. Okay? That, my friend, is a great coaching point. The difference between a blue gill and a blue marlin. Have a great day.